TeachBetter.ai, we are building with a simple vision that we want to create an all-in-one platform for education. What does an all-in-one platform mean? That every day there are multiple AI tools which are getting launched in the market, right? Now, as a teacher or as a student, we don't have the bandwidth to go to 50 different tools every single day, okay? And also the pace at which AI is changing, what is eventually happening is only the tech-savvy people, only the early adopters will benefit from the technology, because the rest of the people will not even understand where to start from. Understood? Which means whenever there is a new technology in the market, it also creates a huge divide in the country between people who are tech savvy and people who are not tech savvy, which means most of the technologies are generally not built for masses. So in our case, we are building TeachBetter.ai for the masses. To do that, we have to build an all-in-one platform. We have to build one of the most simplest and easiest to use platform, and we have to keep it extremely affordable as well, right? So on those pillars, we are basically building TeachBetter.ai with an objective to drive that mass adoption of AI in education, because we believe that AI has a huge potential to improve education quality in every country. But to make that happen, we have to make AI accessible and affordable for everyone, right? That's the purpose with which we are building TeachBetter.ai. Okay. Okay. Now let me go to the platform. So the objective of this call is to make you guys completely comfortable with using AI in your daily lives. Okay. So once you log into the platform, you come to this page, which is our AI tools page. What does this page basically mean? This page basically means that we have mapped out various use cases of a teacher and of a student and converted every single use case into a dedicated AI tool or an AI agent. Understood? So whatever you are seeing on this page, one second, I'll just close out this window. So whatever you are seeing on this page is basically use cases of teachers and students converted into ready-made plug and play AI agents. Clear? Now let me show you how these agents work. For example, just click on lesson planner to start with. Okay, so whoever is logged in, you can do these steps as I am doing it. So in this lesson planner tool, you can use this to create lesson plan of any kind for any subject, any topic, any curriculum. So in the first drop down, you can select the type of lesson plan you want to create. For example, I want to create a standard lesson plan. In the second field, I will enter the subject, for example, science. Okay. Third, on the topic column, I will enter any topic. You can try out any topic under the sun. Okay, don't worry. Photosynthesis. Then I'll select grade. Then I'll select curriculum. I want to cover this topic in one class. You can enter 2 classes also. I have a 90 minutes class in which I want to cover it. Then there are some additional options that you can select. So as I'm sharing it, you all can also do it in your own login in the platform. Okay, so that you get hands-on experience and you become confident to use this solution. These are additional options. I want a detailed content in the lesson plan. I want some real life examples to explain the topic. I want some vocabulary, etc., etc. These are optional things. There is also a free context window. Here you can speak out anything else that you want this lesson plan to have, right? You can use the microphone button, for example. Please give detailed content in the lesson plan also. So I've given some additional context in this. You can also upload your PDF of the book. If you have the NCERT book, you can upload the PDF here, and then the lesson plan will be customized as per the PDF. Then you hit generate button. So let me take a pause. So I hope you are all able to follow these steps. So you have to enter this. You have to use this platform like a teacher, not like a prompt engineer, right? One big problem with AI is now suddenly everybody expects us to become prompt engineers. So we don't want to learn a new skill suddenly, right? So we have built a platform where you don't have to think like a prompt engineer. You have to think like a teacher only. So enter all the details like a teacher. Click on generate, and your lesson plan will be ready in front of you at the click of a button. You see? So how does the lesson plan structure look like? There is a hook at the top to connect the lesson to some real world objective and make it really exciting. Instruction goals, vocabulary, materials needed, lesson outline, first 10 minutes, next 20 minutes, guided practice, group activity, review and assessment, conclusion, etc., etc. So it is a very detailed lesson plan that you have got here without you having to write a single line of prompt in ChatGPT. Okay. So what is the difference? The difference between ChatGPT and this is, here you don't have to write any prompts. The quality of output is filtered, high quality. You don't have to worry about the quality of output. And the next thing is, you have full flexibility to export it in any format, whether it is PDF, Word. You can translate it into any language. There are 80+ languages that the platform supports, right? At the click of a button, you can convert this entire lesson plan into a PDF. I'll show you the PDF. Yeah, this is the PDF of the same lesson plan that we all generated just now. The other thing about AI is that while using AI, you have to also bring in your expertise. Do not rely on AI 100%. You have to bring in at least 20% of your expertise, which means if there is something that you don't like in this lesson plan, you can just delete it and you can edit it and enter whatever you want. Okay, this is a fully editable lesson plan. And after you have edited it, you just click on save. Clear? Now, what we will do is we will try to convert this lesson plan into a PowerPoint presentation. We can do that at the click of a button, right? Suppose you want to present it in the class using some digital, blackboard, or maybe you are doing an online session. You can convert this entire lesson plan into a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so once you hit the PowerPoint button, it will convert this lesson plan into a PPT. I'll show you how the PPT looks like. So this is the PPT. So whatever output was generated there, it has now converted that output into a PowerPoint presentation, right? Slide by slide. Okay. Now the next thing is you would say, I want to add some images and videos into the presentation to make it more exciting. So you don't have to go to Google and YouTube again, where you will again get lost with unnecessary, unfiltered content. So you can search for images and videos right inside the platform, any number of images. Now, suppose you like this image, you just do a single click copy. One click, you copy the image, go back to the PPT, just do Control V and paste the image in the presentation. Okay, and just do some formatting adjustments, right? Similarly, you can keep on adding as many images that you want. Next, you want to add a video inside the presentation. You just hit on Get Videos. You will get high quality relevant videos related to the topic right here. You can keep on scrolling. You can watch the video here. And when you watch it here, the big difference is you will not get a complete ad-free experience inside the platform, right? Which means you are not being distracted by a lot of unnecessary recommendations. You are not being distracted by a lot of unnecessary advertisements that come in between. Now, suppose you like this video, again, with a single click, you copy the link to the video, go back to your presentation, go back to the slide, and with a single click, do insert video, online film, paste the link here, and insert the video in your PowerPoint. Okay, so the video will get inserted in a playable format, right? So now, just to summarize, this entire presentation with text content, images, videos, everything is ready in front of us in less than 2 minutes. Is that clear? So that is the power of AI, and that is the power of our platform TeachBetter.ai, where using a single platform without having to go through multiple platforms and multiple tools, you are able to create high quality educational content and resources at the click of a button within minutes. Clear? I hope this is clear. So the next big difference in our case is that suppose you like this image, you can just click the save button. You like this image, you can click the save button. If you want, you can also see the image in full screen. Okay. You like this video, you can click the save button. Whatever you are doing on this platform, it gets stored in your My Content library. So this is our My Content library. There is a button called My Content on your screen left side. You go to My Content. Every single thing that you are doing on the platform is getting stored here. The lesson plan is here. The images that you saved is stored here. The videos that you saved is stored here. Now this you can refer to in the future also whenever you want. So the beauty is My Content is basically going to become your personalized content library as a teacher. Okay. This content library is going to become extremely valuable to it is like creating your own set of teaching resources and creating your personalized content library as a teacher. Okay. That was all about the lesson planner tool, and I have also given you the demo of how to make presentations using our platform. So like I said, we are building an all-in-one AI platform for education, right? Which means you can do n number of things that you are doing as a teacher or as an educator in the class using our platform, and use the help of AI and make your life easy. Okay. So this was the lesson planner tool. Similarly, we have a writing assistant tool. Exactly similar experience. You have to just enter inputs like a teacher. You can write essays, letters, email, speech, report, notice, announcement, blogs, etc., all using this single tool. Okay. Similar tool. So I'm not going to give a demo. The other thing is there is a tool called Concept Explainer. This is again significantly important for students as well as teachers. For example, you want to understand a topic, for example, say area and perimeter. I'll give quick demos of some of the important tools so that you get to understand the power of AI. Grade 6, I want in-depth explanation. See, now I am a student who wants to understand the practical applications of every concept. I don't want the theory. I will understand the theory part, but I want to know. See, we have learned trigonometry, we have learned differentiations, integrations in our school days. Even if you ask me today, I don't know what is the application of differentiation and integration in real life. That is a very unfortunate situation, right? So now using this tool concept explainer, you can basically get step-by-step explanation, you can get real life applications, you can get many more things around this concept that you can now share with your students in the class. Okay. So see, so what I'm doing, I am just telling that area and perimeter, I want in-depth explanation, I want some step-by-step explanation, I want some real life applications, I want some stories around this concept. So what is perimeter? Example. What is area? Example. Real life applications. Okay. So when we were taught area in our school days, the only thing that was told to us that was that area of a square is side into side, area of a rectangle is length into breadth. Only questions that we were getting in exams is there is a square with length this much, breadth this much, calculate the area, calculate the perimeter. We were never able to appreciate the practical application of area and perimeter as a concept in our lives, right? But now you see, what is the application of area and perimeter? Building a fence. Suppose there is a garden in the school and you tell the students that you have to put a boundary around that garden. How will you know that what should be the length of the rope that will be used to create the boundary, right? Now you can tell them that to calculate the length of the rope, you use the concept called perimeter, right? Similarly, you are sitting in a classroom. There is a floor which has a length x and breadth y. You tell students that we have to put tiles on the floor, which is a very common use case, right? You have to put tiles on the floor, and you tell them that the area of each tile is 1 square meter. The area of the room is 10 square meter. How many tiles are required to put on the floor? Now, with that practical example, you will be able to teach area as a concept in a very different way than just telling them that area is length into breadth and there is a square, please calculate the area. Correct? So you can get real life applications, you can get some stories. So use this tool, concept explainer, to teach the same concept in multiple different ways. Another tool that we have is called activity and project generator. Using this tool, you can generate classroom activities, individual projects, group projects, hands-on activity, etc., for any topic that you are teaching in the class. Okay, I will not go into this tool. It's quite simple, user-friendly, easy to understand. Just click on the tool, explore all the options, and use it to get complete hands-on understanding of what this tool is about. Okay. The next tool is basically creative resource generator. Now, this is a very powerful tool where you can teach the same concept using a story, using some real world examples, using a comic script, rhyme, song, riddle, jokes, etc., which means, like I said, the lesson planner thing, the quiz worksheet generator thing is basically stage 1 of AI, which is automation. This is an example of stage 2 of AI, which is enhancement, which means you do the same thing in much better way, which means you teach the same concept in 10 different ways with an objective to ensure that every student is able to understand the depth of the concept. So use this tool to teach concepts in a very creative and unique way to every student. Okay. The next important tool is quiz and worksheet generator. Now, this is a very powerful tool because bulk of the time of teachers basically go in creating these worksheets and quizzes in the class, right? N number of quizzes and worksheets we have to create in the class. I'll show you how this tool works. So for example, I have to create a worksheet for subject, say, again, let's take maths, same, say permutation combinations. For say grade 9 IB curriculum. I want, say, for example, 25 questions. Okay. So one big difference is that in ChatGPT, you cannot generate 25 questions with a single click. It has a lot of limitations. The questions will be very repetitive, and you will completely struggle to generate 25 questions. Okay. Here you can again control the type of questions. I want multiple choice questions, you tick here. You want fill in the blanks, you tick here. You want some story problems, you tick here. You want some match the following, you tick here. You want some long answers, you tick this, right? You want an answer key at the end. You want to add marks against these questions. You can tick all of this. Difficulty level you can choose, right? You can also upload a file. You can also give some additional context. For example, you can say that my school name is XYZ. This is a question paper for half yearly exam. Please add these things at the top of the question paper. It will add all of that. Then you hit generate. So once you hit generate, it will now start giving you a worksheet with 25 questions as per the variety that you have chosen, all at the click of a button. Okay. So maths, grade 9 maths worksheet, permutation and combination, some instructions. Then there are multiple choice questions at the top. Then there are some fill in the blanks. Then there are some story problems. Then there are some match the following questions. Then there are some long questions. You see there are 25 questions which are generated, right? So all 25 questions generated with a single click, correct? Then there is an answer key at the end, right? Now what you can do, you can just export this into a Word format, do whatever editing formatting you want to do, take printouts and give it to the students, or convert it into a PDF and send it to students through as their homework assignment. Clear? Only point of caution is that all AI models that are there in the world today, they are evolving, right? There is a 5% chance that AI can have some errors, which means some of 1 out of 25 questions, the answer may be wrongly written here. Hence, as an educator, we should not blindly outsource everything to AI. We should also bring in our expertise in the picture. Okay, that is called responsible use of AI, not blind use of AI. All clear? So all of you are clear about, I hope you all are clear about how to use the worksheet and quiz generator tools. Similarly, you can generate quizzes, worksheet, formative assessments, examination question papers, all using this tool. So this is another tool which has huge, application, as far as teachers are concerned. A lot of teachers are using this tool on a daily basis. So then there is a tool called text analyzer and enhancer. So I'll show you this one tool, then we will move to some advanced tools. Okay, so now I said that there are 3 stages of AI adoption. First is automation. We have seen some use cases of automation, right? Which is lesson planner, quiz and worksheet generator. We have seen some use cases of stage 2, which is enhancement, which means you can teach the same concept in 10 different ways. I will now show you a use case of transformation, where you are able to do things with AI that you cannot do as a human being, right? So this is a use case of that. So there is a tool called text analyzer and enhancer. What we will do is, I will basically upload an essay. I will upload an essay written by a student. I'll also show you the essay. Yeah, Vipin, is the essay visible on the screen?
Yeah, it's visible.
So this is an essay written by a student in his own handwriting, in pencil, hardly readable, very difficult to read. Now, as a teacher, if you have to evaluate this essay, at best, you will put some red lines and you will give some marks. Beyond that, I don't think you will be able to do any kind of evaluation or any kind of feedback you will be able to give to the student. So what I have done is I have uploaded the essay in this tool. It has read the essay. Now I want this tool to improve the language, do grammar check, evaluate, show errors and corrections. I want it to give a detailed feedback report with strengths and improvement areas to the student around this essay that he has written. I will also add some additional context. The student's name is Ayan. He is a grade 6 student in GD Goenka school. Create a personalized, detailed feedback report around the essay that he has written. Please ensure you show all the errors that he has made and also the corrections suggested. So with AI, you have to also do a lot of reinforcement a lot of times. So all these text boxes which are there at the end, you please reinforce the AI model with exact things that you want so that the output is significantly more powerful and it is in line with your expectations, right? Do not just rely on the fields that are easy to fill. Use your intelligence and experience to give additional context to AI so that the output that is coming is significantly better. Okay.
So
now I have told.
Kirpa has raised his hand, so I think.
Yeah, we will see the output of this AI tool, and then we will come to that. Then we will ask her to unmute. Huh? Okay. All right. So see the feedback report. The feedback report for Ayan's essay, Train Journey, is the title of the essay. It has given the strengths, areas of improvement, language and grammar. What are the errors? What is the original sentence? What is the correction? Punctuation. What is the original sentence correction? Word choice. Original sentence correction. See, like he has written, we got on our first train. This is a very basic language. The correction is we boarded our first train. That's a very professional language. Okay. Spelling errors, incomplete thoughts, content structure, suggested revised version it has given, and final thoughts it has given, right? So which means this is a very, very detailed, customized feedback report that AI has generated for the student. Now, if you are able to give this kind of report for every single assignment that the child is doing in the class, the child will learn immensely and significantly with every activity. Otherwise, what is happening is you are giving a lot of activities, people are finishing those activities, you are giving marks, the chapter is over. You are not sure whether he has learned anything or not out of that activity. So that this is the tool to do that. You can export it into a PDF format and then you can send it to the child or his parents also, right? Now, this is a use case where you imagine you have 50 students in a class and you have to do this independently as a human being. You cannot do it. It is not possible practically, right? But with the help of AI, now you are able to do things. So this is an example of a use case where you can transform your impact in education using AI. So let's go back to the platform. Okay, so now what we have done is, so we have launched a lot. So, okay, so I'll just tell you some more tools. I'll not go in deep into them. So there is a dedicated tool for presentation generation where you can create presentation on any topic. Just like we saw in the lesson planner tool, the experience is similar. There is a personalized report generator tool. You can generate reports on students basis their performance. There is a science lab. You can plan science experiments, lab experiments, home experiments, for students. There is an event planner tool. I'll show you the event planner tool very quickly. So event planning is a complicated task. It takes up a lot of time. Okay. So suppose there is an annual day in the school You just had a meeting with the principal. The principal has said that we want the theme to be colors of life, and he hasn't shared anything else about this theme, right? And he said that we will do this event on 1st November. So on day one of the discussion, you only have these many details, right? Now you have to plan the event. So it's a very complicated task to plan this event, which means on day one, you are extremely stressed. So what this tool will do is this tool will help you get started with event planning at the click of a button. Things that would have taken you a couple of weeks, you will be now able to get that much clarity within a couple of minutes. Okay. So for example, you see this annual event day, colors of life, event objective purpose, timeline agenda, activities, roles, responsibilities, resources, follow-up ideas, sample script, invitation message for parents, detailed project plan, checklist of materials, rehearsal schedule. So to plan out this entire event, it has now given you a beautiful framework in less than a minute. Now, using this framework, you will be able to just create a core committee and put all the details in these tables, and start planning your event really fast, right? So this is the tool for doing that kind of activities. Okay. So now let's go to some of the new tools that we have launched very recently. So one of the new tools that we have launched is called a web search assistant. So whether we like it or not, we continue to use Google and YouTube quite often. So we have created a dedicated tool for web search. For example, you want to search. Okay, so you want to search. You want to teach photosynthesis in Hindi. You want to get some web results. You can enter the topic here, and you will get some web results. Okay, all are in Hindi. You want to search some images, you can get some images right here. So you can search for web results, images, videos, all within the single platform, right? Without having to go to Google or YouTube. Okay. You can see the images here. You can copy the images. You can save the images. Similarly, for videos, you can get a lot of videos around this topic right inside this tool. So this is one single tool, which is a combination of Google and YouTube. You can see n number of videos here. If you like the video, you can here. You want here ads. Okay. So use this tool to do all kinds of your web research activities. I'm just copying this link because I want to show you another tool. So this is a dedicated tool for web research that will be very helpful for teachers and students. That was the web search assistant tool. Now we have another tool called YouTube Video Analyzer. This is another very powerful tool. So we have a lot of high quality videos available on YouTube. You as a teacher would want to use the YouTube video to create content, to create question paper, to create summaries, etc. But you have to watch the full video for that. You don't have to do that anymore. You just paste the link of the video here. But this is a video in Hindi, right? Once you paste, you can watch it here. Now with the same video link, you can get the full transcript, you can get a summary, you can get highlights, you can get question papers, all using the video with a single click without having to watch the video. Now remember, this is a video in Hindi, right? We will get the transcript of the full video at the click of a button using this tool, which is YouTube Video Analyzer. Very powerful tool. We launched it just about a week back, and thousands of teachers have started using it. You see, the entire video transcript is available in front of you in Hindi language. Okay. Similarly, you can create question papers, highlights, whatever you want. Just paste the link of the YouTube video and you can create resources out of that using the YouTube Video Analyzer tool. The next tool that we have is called Chat with Documents. So there are a lot of lengthy PDFs, a lot of lengthy documents that we have to go through. What you do is you just upload the document here and you can now interact with the document just like you're interacting with a human being. This is again a very powerful tool that can be useful for people who have to go through a lot of documents and PDFs, right? One final tool I want to show you before we come towards the end of the session is it's called Concept Mastery Coach. So this tool is predominantly designed for students. Like I said, both from the teacher side as well as from the student side, we have to change our behavior, right? So that we are able to adopt AI in our daily lives. So one problem that we have with students is that a lot of things are being taught in the class. They don't have the habit of going back home and practicing every single thing every day, right? Everybody continues to rely on the couple of days before exam to mug up everything and write it in the exam, right? So this is a tool that will help them in changing the behavior to an extent that everything that they're learning in the class, they have to come back home and practice it to test their understanding of the concept and significantly enhance their understanding of the concept. So what this tool does, this is the first interactive AI tool on our platform. what it does is it will ask you questions across 5 different levels of Bloom's taxonomy. You answer the questions. Whether the answer is right or wrong, you will get to see the explanation also at the bottom. You go through the explanation, master the concept, move to the next question, right? Likewise, you complete all the 5 levels and you get a nice certificate at the end. Now, as a student, you don't understand this concept, you want to watch a video around this concept, you can get a video around this concept right inside the tool without having to leave this page. So the experience is that you stay on one page and do everything that you want to learn this concept in detail, right? So this is the first interactive tool that we have launched. It is super powerful for students. So students who are preparing for exams, after they read out a chapter, right? For example, they have read a chapter, they don't have to rely on the questions which are there in the book. They come back on this tool, enter the details of the chapter, and this tool will now start asking different types of questions around that chapter, so that the student is absolutely sure that he has mastered that chapter, right? And he has not just mug up the questions and answers that the teacher has given in the class. So this is the first interactive AI tool that we have launched. So like that, we have 18-19 AI tools on the platform as we speak. We are continuing to add new tools on the platform, but we don't want to make it like a library of infinite tools which will confuse teachers, right? Which a lot of other companies are doing. Like Magic School has got hundreds of tools, which is extremely confusing for teachers, right? We want to keep it extremely simple, meaningful, and powerful. So we have built one of the most simplest, simplest solution as far as AI is concerned. So please use it, experience it on a daily basis. Any feedback, most of you are part of our WhatsApp group. You can share your feedback on the group. We are continuously improving the platform, incorporating all the feedback that we are getting from thousands of teachers who are using the solution. And we are on a mission to build one of the best and the most affordable platforms for teachers and students, especially in a country like India. Okay.